As we begin tonight, hour after hour, snow is piling up from Pennsylvania to Maine, blanketing the Northeast and putting millions of Americans at risk. The worst of the weather is expected to hit Boston and run through Saturday morning. Governors throughout the region declare state of emergencies. Thousands of canceled flights have left tens of thousands stranded at airports, and the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport has seen some delays as a result. Good evening, I'm Tamika Alexander, and thanks for joining us tonight. For some here in West Alabama, the blizzard hitting New England may bring back memories of a winter storm some call the storm of the century. WVUA's Travis Leader joins us now to look back on the historic weather event.
That's right, Tamika. The March 1993 blizzard is a storm where if you lived in Alabama, you more than likely remember the historic snowfall.
I was down in Mobile, and in Mobile I was on the Mobile Bay Causeway as the waves were crashing over and we were getting 2 to 3 inches of snow.
I remember this like it was yesterday, the intense snow. I mean, the snow was falling like crazy. You couldn't see out the window hardly. The wind was blowing. You could hear the howling wind.
The blizzard of March 1993 is one that brought anywhere from a couple of inches of snow on the Gulf Coast to a couple feet of snow in northeast Alabama.
We saw it coming in the models, and then it formed, and we had never seen anything like that up until that point, and we still haven't seen anything like it. So for that storm to occupy the storm of the century moniker, I'm okay with that.
The storm shut down large portions of Alabama for many days. One reason why is because of the pine trees that populate the deep south.
When the snow accumulates on that, the trees come down. They come down on the roadways. You can't drive. Not only were the roads icy, you had these large trees on the roads that officials had to actually cut off the highways before you could travel.
This storm and more recent storms have prompted some to believe this is because of climate change. But experts say don't rush to judgment.
That if we keep seeing these events occur and they keep becoming more stacked together over time, then there probably is some type of a larger signal there where the changing climate is modulating the frequency of severe storms and winter storms.
And Sankbile says science will tell the story if we can attribute these events to climate change. If we keep seeing storms like the current nor'easter more frequently, and if these storms continue to pack a punch, it would be hard to argue that climate change is not somewhat responsible. Tamika?
Thanks, Travis. And speaking of the weather, let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now. Hey, Richard, and happy Friday to you.
Hey, to make a good Friday evening, fortunately nothing like that around here like the blizzard in 1993, but the eastern seaboard getting pounded right now. Here locally our weather's pretty quiet, 43 in Tuscaloosa, 38 in Birmingham. We're going to have a light freeze across the area tonight. No precip to talk about. We will be dry overnight tonight. Cold front over deep south Alabama now. You notice how the cloud cover really moving south of us. We have that clearing happening across much of north and central and west Alabama. Skies remain clear for the most part through tomorrow before a few more clouds start to roll in later today. Hey, here's that forecast for a Saturday plans. A great looking day. Get out and enjoy it because big time changes are likely. Talking showers and storms as we head into the latter half of the weekend. We'll talk more about it, plus the big blizzard heading up the eastern seaboard. That's coming up in weather.
On your Crime Watch tonight, after 16 years on the run, an Alabama man is in custody once again. Authorities have arrested a man who escaped from an Alabama jail in 1996, and he's the father of one of UA's most recent star football recruits. U.S. Marshal spokesperson Scott Seid says 41-year-old Danny Foster was captured today in Miami. Foster is the father of Reuben Foster. Now, he is the linebacker who signed with the University of Alabama this week. Danny allegedly shot his estranged wife, Anita Page, who was holding then 18-month-old Foster. Authorities say Reuben was also wounded in the back during the shooting. Both Foster and his mother survived the attack. Danny Foster was indicted by a Randolph County grand jury in 1996 and fled the state before being arrested in California. Seid says he was extradited back to Randolph County, where he then escaped from the county jail in December of 1996. This time, Seid says Foster took on a new identity in Miami. He will once again be taken back to Randolph County. Also in your Crime Watch tonight, an update in an unsolved West Alabama murder. Terry Ray Tico Snow waived his preliminary hearing this morning at the Tuscaloosa County Jail. Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit Lieutenant Kip Hart tells WVUA Snow is the lead suspect in the murder of James Tilley. He was found with multiple gunshot wounds on November 11, 1987. It happened on County Road 15 in Buell. Investigators say while evidence ran out years ago, recent interviews have brought forth enough evidence to bring Snow to court. Investigators say Snow knew the victim. Investigators also credit hard work to identifying the suspect.
They did know each other. I'm not sure what their relationship was other than either acquaintances or friends, but they did know each other at the time.
Investigators say Snow is also a suspect in other homicide cases. Franklin County schools might soon see a volunteer emergency security force in public schools. Representative Johnny Morrow is sponsoring the school security bill. It will bring residents of the district, current and retired employees together to patrol schools. All schools will have a detailed plan with the security force in case of an emergency. According to the bill, almost everything will be controlled by the sheriff's office, like specifying how and where weapons can be stored in circumstances which they may be used in schools. The bill will now go to the Senate for consideration. Children a little closer to home got a chance to party with beads, masks, king cake, and more. It was all in celebration of Mardi Gras for kids. The Children's Hands-On Museum in Tuscaloosa is hosting a two-day extravaganza for children of all ages. They kicked off the event tonight with tons of beads and arts and crafts. Education coordinator Zena Johnson says although the children had fun decorating masks, they're most excited about grooving to the DJ tomorrow.
The kids love him, DJ Chucky. He really knows how to play the songs that get them moving. So come to Chom and we'll have a great time tomorrow and, play in the exhibits and also have some fun with DJ Chucky.
And as Zena said, the celebration continues tomorrow at the Children's Hands-On Museum from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Admission is free for all Chom members. For more information, you can visit their website at chomonline.org or call the number there on your screen, 205-349-4235. Well, the University of Alabama is reaching out to help wounded soldiers at Walter Reed in Washington, D.C. Many UA departments help donate Crimson Tide clothing, and a delegation is heading up to Washington to send the items to the soldiers and their families in person. UA is also donating a signed Bama flag, which has dozens of signatures thanking the soldiers for their service. Now, this is the first time the Campus Vets Association is sending clothing up to Washington, and they say this will be a continued tradition because of what it means to these families.
I think it shows the dedication the University of Alabama has shown to veteran and militaries across, and especially their families, that a lot of attention is on the veterans and them coming back, but their families as well of being in that facility will get kind of that added bonus of having t-shirts and just fun things that they normally don't get every day.
A delegation including UA officials along with Congresswoman Terry Sewell is also going to lay a wreath at Arlington National Cemetery. Well, Southern comfort foods and sweets here are coming under fire for raising the risk of strokes, but you may be able to cut the risk by changing how you cook those foods. A new study says eating fatty, traditionally Southern foods can make you 41% more likely to have a stroke. Registered dietitian Sherry Simpson says it may be hard to change because these types of foods are part of Southern culture, but you can add years to your life by trying new fruits and vegetables and learning new cooking techniques like grilling or baking instead of frying foods in grease. And one West Alabama woman knows the health risks that can come with unhealthy eating all too well, and she's proving nothing is impossible by dropping more than 100 pounds. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards shows us how Millie Jackson is beating all the odds on her road to living a healthier lifestyle.
I was well over 300 pounds. I couldn't really do anything. I didn't feel good. My health was just getting worse and worse, and I had just turned 50, so it was kind of like a time bomb. It was a matter of time.
That's when Millie Jackson met personal trainer Sam Morgan.
I started increasing my exercise days from just like going once just to meet him to, it gradually increased to 5 days a week, and now it's pretty much 6 or 7.
Jackson says she started setting goals, which included becoming a runner.
I decided I wanted to do a 5K before Christmas, and I did the Coleman 5K in October, and then just have kind of gone from there. I wanted to get a bike again, and I got a bike again. I started riding, and I had never been able to swim, but Sam was a swimmer, and he swam for UA, and so he got me into the pool.
Jackson now competes in triathlons and keeps a blog to track her progress. Jackson says she's gone from eating fast food almost every day to cooking at home and experimenting with new grains and vegetables. Jackson says although losing weight may seem like an uphill battle, just stick with it, take it slow, and set goals that work for you.
If you just get out and walk for 30 minutes. When I started and set my goal to do the 5K, I could barely walk around the track at the rec center. I'm still slow, but it's like, it's okay. This is my thing I'm doing, and it doesn't have to, you know, I don't have a need to win or anything. It's because really I've won for myself.
And that was Jennifer Edwards reporting Jackson has lost a total of 150 pounds by diet and exercise since May 2010 and has set a new goal. She is competing in her first Ironman competition in May and is using the competition to raise money for the American Diabetes Association. Welcome back. Birthdays are a special moment for the young and the young at heart, and that's especially true for one Tuscaloosa man who is marking his 96th birthday. Rock Stoudemire has been going, or was honored rather, for his 96th birthday at the East Tuscaloosa Soup Bowl today. Now, he has been going to the Soup Bowl every week for a year. Friends shared his impact on their lives, and Stoudemire took a moment from all the celebration to reflect on his childhood and what he did while growing up.
Reading and writing, I never learned to. I wanted to work. Didn't want to go to school. I should have went. I was trying a mule at 8 years old.
It's exciting to see Mr. Rock's inspiration at his age and for him to be able to share his joy and his Christianity with other people. So we're glad Mr. Rock's here, and he's asked for us to pray for him to have 96 more years.
And happy birthday to him. Stoudemire says he is the last of his 12 brothers and sisters. Well, tax season has begun, and the IRS says you will be able to start filing 2 major tax forms next week. This weekend, the IRS will process tax returns that contain Form 4562, and on Thursday, they will process returns that have education credits with Form 8863. These 2 forms clear the way for almost all taxpayers to start filing their returns for 2012. The IRS says all other forms affected by the fiscal cliff will be able to be accepted the first week of March. Well, a Tennessee man says a number is following him, even though he's done everything he can to escape it. Jamie Tucker shows you how 3 digits on a W-2 form caused one Tennessee man to quit his job.
Coincidence. Hard to believe.
But Walter Slinopus believes something other than dumb luck caused a disturbing number to keep appearing, 666. He says he got it when he reported for work at Contact several years ago on his work ID. Then it happened again, and now a 3rd time.
He go Monday, supervisor gave to everybody these forms, and he gave me, and I just, hard to believe. Hard to believe, you know. And
666 again on Walter's W-2.
No, it's the same computer, it's different computers, it's different system, it's different specialists working on this computer, or it's another system analyst working. I don't know.
Walter's worry about the number comes from a well-known Bible verse in Revelation. So if 666 is the mark of the beast, he says he can't accept it, and he quit.
Don't accept any papers, any telephone bills, anything with number of devil.
Whether superstition or sign, the Tennessee man is currently looking for a new job, and Contact, the company he left, says he is welcome to come back, and they've banned the number from being used in the company.
follow me on Twitter, and we'll have some fun.